Welcome to our 5-minute leadership blog. This is part 2 of ministry to children, and we're proposing a model today. A model that is not the only right one, but it's based on this conviction. Jesus said in Matthew that if you cause one of these little ones to stumble, it would be better for you to have a millstone tied around your neck and thrown into the harbor. That's a threat. That's God saying, you cause a child to stumble and he is coming after you. And it's not going to be pleasant. So what does it mean to cause a little one to stumble? So if you turn him into a serial killer, or you turn him into you really hurt him, and you turn him into a cynic against the gospel, that God's coming after you. I don't know how else you would read that text. I just don't. I mean, God is just, and he judges, and there seems to be in the heart of God a very strong admonition regarding children. And so the question then is, what does a stumbling child look like? Could it be that he stumbles into adulthood and says, I've had quite enough of church, thank you. I don't want the gospel. You say, no, I don't think it could mean that. But what if it does? What if the way we've just in a blasé, thoughtless way allowed kids to develop an immunity to the gospel, an immunity to church, because we've geared church to mom and dad, and they've come out of their childhood experience saying, I don't want any of that. And so we don't want to walk anywhere near being guilty of that. Not that we're living under the threat of God coming against us. We just don't want to go anywhere near there. Nowhere near there. So our slogan, our motto, our dream, our vision is to make Jesus irresistible to children. From the moment they walk in till the moment they leave, our care, that they know that Jesus loves them, Jesus saves them, Jesus wants them, Jesus has a plan for them, Jesus has the Spirit for them, Jesus is about them. And so I encourage you, whatever model you take, those are great lenses to look at it through. Now, the model we're going to put to you can be done after the singing time on a Sunday, can be done midweek, or it can be the entire service. You can adjust it and model it, but these are the elements that we would include. Firstly, a warm welcome, an engagement with mom and dad. Included in it, we would say, would need to be some form of singing and worship and engagement of God and free, receiving of the presence of God and the Spirit of God in a demonstrative, worshipful way. Preaching, for them to be able to understand what preaching is in a way that they understand, and then to allow them to sit into small groups and discuss what that means to them and to digest it. You learn very little in the classroom just by listening. The best teachers engage and allow questions to be asked. And then, obviously, in the midst of everything, you want them to receive some form of ministry and prayer and care. And behind the scenes is a knowledge of who the people are, consistent ministry to them, consistent leadership in their space, and engaging with mom and dad and with parents. So those would be our basic elements. We're going to break it down and go through bit by bit in a moment. But so we've banned a couple of words. We don't use the word Sunday school. We want to be different from Monday to Friday. We ban the word teacher. Even though teacher is a biblical word, it has in the mind of a child what he encounters Monday to Friday, doesn't it? So we talk about leaders. We talk about church, children's church. You can give it a brand, give it a name, but children's church. And we want them to know that they can discover Jesus, discover their spiritual gifts, be filled with the Spirit, engage with God, hear from God. They can grow spiritually as much as their mom and dad. And we'll pick it up next.